I hurt.
What should we fucking do? I don't fucking know.
She doesn't do anything but read.
Someone sucked the soul out of me. It's not really our aesthetic. Our niche is being niche. Yeah, our niche is being so niche.
I'm gonna be incriminated.
Okay, I'm bored. Yeah, what's next?
That worked.
Jamie,
Alexis.
I really don't want to get into the boring stuff. Like all
I know.
all I want to talk about is Wicked.
All I want to talk about is Wicked too. But this is our first episode of our brand new podcast. I'm bored. What's next? And unfortunately, that means we do have to just be a little bit serious at the beginning.
Ugh.
I know.
All right,
Let's do it.
let's do it.
We have this wide range of interests and things that fascinate us. And it could be something completely outlandish, but what you and I have in common and that we just love talking about is like what different things show us about the depths of humanity and the spirit and the conscious and the ego. And we love just like teasing out all these different things and like what that means for the human condition.
Right. So we're going to be talking about the most unbelievable to the most relatable topics, and we just hope you enjoy the journey.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that's done. The boring stuff. Let's talk about the interesting stuff, which is you. You came from the spiritual world.
Spiritual in a sense of like the woo-woo, the crystals, the psychic, the mediumship, like that world. I didn't come from Christianity.
Okay.
I have no church background whatsoever, but I did have like a massive spiritual awakening in 2018. And from there on out, I was like, oh man, like this is crazy.
And you were like a coach.
I was a
spiritual
coach. Mhm.
And you're really into human design, Enneagrams, numerology.
Numerology, gene keys.
You're
Yeah.
like trained in all of those things.
I love personality typing. I think it's an incredible way to get to know yourself. Well, let's talk about you.
Oh, okay, sure.
Jamie is an ancient, wise, she's a birth doula, but I feel like she has really ancient, like grounding witchy energy because I've seen her in action. Like that's your energy. You're like a tree stump. Like
I'm a stump.
you're you're not the actual tree.
I'm not the tree.
You're the tree
Yeah.
that they cut down. No, I'm just kidding. No, yeah, you're a birth doula. You've seen
Yes.
some crazy stuff.
I'm a birth doula, which is like a support person for birth. So like, well, pregnancy, birth, postpartum. I'm not really doula-ing right now because it's like, I'm bored. What's next?
Because I'm bored what's next. It's like I'm not spiritual coaching right now
Yes.
because I'm bored what's next.
Yes, exactly. What are you into right now?
I'm really intrigued by the prediction of there was supposed to be an alien war yesterday.
Oh, yeah.
I was really stoked to go outside and like see like pew 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 and like a whole like Star Wars kind of
Yeah.
alien battle up in the sky in Gilbert, Arizona. And it was
And it wasn't there. And then also, if you did go outside and you were like, there's an alien war happening, I would have been like, is that just a light post?
oh my god, I knew you were gonna say that. Okay, so one time I did see an alien ship. I don't care what you say. I saw it. It's vivid in my memory still. Like I will not back down on this. But
Okay.
one time I was outside with my lover, Chase.
Lover.
And I was like, Chase, like I have been seeing spaceships. I swear to God, like I focus on the sky and they show up and then they just vanish. And I was like, oh my God, right there, right across. Like, do you see that? And I'm pointing across the way, probably a mile away. I was like, Chase, right there. They're hovering. Like there's a UFO. And he's like, Alexis? Alexis.
Beautiful.
Beautiful.
Alexis.
That's a light pole. And he's never let me live it down.
Yeah, and now you told me that story.
And you'll never
and
let
I'll
me live it down.
never. And then everyone else that's now listening to this forever and always into eternity.
You know what? I'm a little delulu sometimes.
They love it. That's why we love you.
That's why we love you.
Yeah. Okay, but I actually want to know about this. So tell me about this alien battle that was supposed to happen, because I know nothing about it.
Okay, so there's this guy named Cliff High, and over 20 years ago, he created this software that basically collects data all over the world.
thematic patterns, language, all kinds of stuff that I don't know about because I'm not qualified.
Not an expert.
Yes. But it also creates predictions. And before a prediction can come completely true, there has to be a trigger event. So back in 2009, it predicted that there would be basically a fight between UFOs and military jets, and then also UFOs and UFOs, which...
Okay, so UFOs and Earthling military jets.
Right.
Okay.
But
and
also...
other UFOs.
Yeah, which I find, like, what?
Okay, so intergalactic war. Cool.
Star
Okay.
Wars.
Including us, yeah.
Yeah.
Star Wars.
Literally Star Wars.
Red Rising, Star Wars,
Yeah.
all of it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But the trigger event was that Donald Trump would be interviewed on the Joe Rogan podcast.
Oh.
What's interesting about this is that back in 2009, Joe Rogan hadn't even started his podcast when this is what I'm reading. This could be wrong, but it wasn't even a thing. He did start it in December of 2009. But it wasn't big. Like, he had only been on like Fear Factor and something else. Like, he wasn't a big, like, huge, massive
He's a comedian and UFC.
We didn't realize like how large this podcast
He was going to be. Yeah.
Yes, exactly. So he was just interviewed by Joe Rogan. Donald Trump, literally 39 days ago, which was the trigger event. And so today,
okay,
there's supposed to be an alien invasion, which that's pretty wild.
That is wild.
Oh, there was one other, I don't know if this is true, but I think it's true. Another event that was predicted was that Donald Trump was going to be elected president in 2016, which he was. So 2 of the 3 events that are predicted have come true. So
Cool.
yeah, if there is an alien invasion or a fight, galactic fight happening right now, where is it? Because I don't see it. Or
I'm just going to bury my head in the sand because pretty much 80% of the things you just told me scare the shit out of me. And I hate that have either happened or will be happening. So I'm going to just cry.
Well, I kind of wonder, like, if it is happening, it's quite possible that the government can easily hide it from us.
Right.
Like, is it happening in Antarctica? Why can't I say that? Antarctica? Is it happening in a place that, like, we can't see? Like, I don't have the gear to, like, help me see this.
Yeah,
this
and then
fight.
when you do think you see it, it's really just light posts.
It's just a light post.
Oh, man. How do you feel about this kind of stuff? So, like, you're obviously really interested in it, but when you read this kind of thing, what does it make you feel?
Excitement.
Like, yeah, you get excited.
Yeah, I get really excited.
But why?
I know that's sad because, like, obviously I don't want any humans, I don't want any aliens to be hurt either. Like, I don't want anybody to be hurt, but there's a part...
Are you sure?
No, yeah, of course. But there's also a part of me that's just like, I feel like this is part of the evolution of, like, what needs to happen on Earth. And so if we need to have some type of, like, ruckus happening between intergalactic species with humans to get the ball rolling, to get us into a higher vibration and consciousness, I'm all for it.
I see. This is why I need you, because I don't look at things that way. You have such a positive outlook, like, oh, this will open up a higher vibration of consciousness. And yes, I need to be reminded of that, because for me, I'm just like, get the fuck out. Stop it.
Do you know about The Simpsons, though?
I mean, it's a
it's a show.
It's a show. It was one of the only things I was not allowed to watch as a kid, which is wild because my parents had 0 rules and I was exposed to everything. But The Simpsons was a hard line.
Did you get to watch, like, South Park or
Yeah.
Family Guy?
Yeah.
Those are worse.
I know. Yes.
Oh my gosh. Well, in The Simpsons, I don't know if you've heard any of this, but, like, they've predicted tons. Lots of predictions.
Yes.
And one of them is an alien invasion in 2025.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Good. It's right around the corner.
And at the end of this one episode where there's an alien invasion, on the TV screen in their house, a message pops up and it says, "Are they watching us or planning to return?" And I thought that posed a really good question. So do you feel that they're watching us, or do you feel that, like, they're returning? Are they here? Have they been here?
Oof. I've never thought about it, but I did just get, like, nausea floating from the lower parts of my gut up to my shoulders, through my heart and soul.
Ooh.
So my gut is telling me already here, and they're coming back and not just watching.
Ooh.
But I've never really thought about it before. That's just the feeling that came up.
Yeah.
And that made me feel like a little.
Well, you're highly intuitive, so
Oh,
I
thank
trust
you.
that.
I just like seeped that from the earth, you know?
I know. Little ancient doula sleeping on the earth, sucking it up. I feel that they are watching us. I think
Okay.
they're learning from us. I feel like we are in a very interesting time on earth. And also like the human experience is way different, I feel, from the extraterrestrial experience. I think that we have emotion, which is fascinating. And we have all these elements of the human experience that they're just like, wow.
Right.
We're also like the masters of limitation. We have this ego, this headspace that's constantly like going back and forth between like what we want and what we don't want.
Ooh, and what we can't do and what we can do.
Right.
What's possible and not.
Yeah, we're like fighting our own demons and suffering and battle. And we keep coming out on top, and we keep pushing forward, and we keep laughing with our friends and finding relationships and connection. And I think that's like probably fascinating.
And you think that's unique?
That's very unique.
You think that's unique to the universe?
Yeah.
Sis.
So I think they're watching us.
Cool.
I think they've been here. They are here. And I think that at this time in our evolution, they're kind of like sprinkling, like over the last few years, I think they're sprinkling in information about the UFOs. Like the Pentagon has released a lot of records, but also there's, all over TikTok or all over social media, like people are seeing sightings. I think they're kind of sprinkling it in so that there's a lot less fear, because obviously we don't want the whole world to just be like chaotic when they actually do arrive.
Right.
And it's a real thing.
Can I tell you a little bit about my gigantic overarching theory about the world?
Oh, yeah? Tell me everything.
No, it's really not that big of a deal. But I do think that on some higher level of consciousness, everything that we have ever thought of as humans and put into the arts, Independence Day, we'll just say, or Lord of the Rings, like all of that, as much as it is fantasy and outworldly, I don't believe that any of that has just come to us as like creation. I think that it is somehow like a higher level of consciousness pulled from somewhere.
I believe that too. Yeah, like
The
that.
samesies?
I feel like my intuition has told me that as well. Like, I think that how I envision it. Are you a visual person? Like, do you
Yes.
see? Okay, so like I see kind of like a web of lights basically and strings, and I see that when we get our ideas, I feel like we're kind of pulling from that web of consciousness that's been placed there,
Or it's been put there, like
put there.
or things are guided in.
Yes. Oh my god.
Dope as shit.
Fucking cool, man. Are we done with the aliens?
Oh, are you done with the aliens?
I'm done with the aliens.
I think it's really funny because you're a doula, and I came from like the spiritual woo-woo industry.
Mhm.
And where did we meet?
CrossFit!
That's why when you came into the CrossFit gym and all of a sudden I was like zoning in on you, and I was like, that's actually my people.
Oh, seriously. I think I interviewed you for like a mental health piece, and I was like, wait a second, you, me, you, forever? But yeah, we met and we just knew. Yeah.
Sorry, Chase and Zach. But we're actually soulmates.
It would be way easier to be lesbian.
I mean, I wasn't going that far, but
Oh,
it would.
You don't.
I meant like our souls. I don't know. This is an overgeneralization. I don't know if it's real. It's possible that when you're a lesbian, there's more drama.
I've heard that.
Yeah.
But also, like, you're cleaning, you're like sharing each other's clothes, you're. What
I don't
else?
think we can go into this.
No. Lesbians are after us.
It's okay. It's fine.
Okay.
Reel it back.
I think there's something we really both want to talk about.
Oh, for sure. Because it's the only thing we actually care about right now.
Yeah. There's literally nothing else on the planet right now that I'm interested in.
Truly nothing.
Popular. You're gonna be popular.
And
we were so off key just now.
no, stop it.
Let's get into it.
We want to talk about Wicked.
Wicked. That's it. Just Wicked. For those of you who don't know, we'll give a little background about Wicked. It's like a Wizard of Oz, not necessarily a retelling or a prequel, but kind of like just an expansion of the Wizard of Oz universe, going into details about like how Elphaba and Glinda, the Wicked Witch of the West and the Good Witch, came to be. And it kind of runs parallel to the Wizard of Oz story. It started out as a play, and now they've adapted it into film. And you and I both walked out of there
Obsessed.
completely obsessed. And I spent hours and hours and hours, to which I am mildly ashamed, just watching interviews of Jonathan Bailey and
man.
Ariana Grande and Cynthia Erivo, and because I was so taken with all of the characters, and I just wanted more and more and more, and I wanted to know how the actors like played those roles, and I just couldn't stop.
And also like their relationships together,
Yes,
their
I
connection.
couldn't
Yeah, no,
stop.
same.
Yeah.
Same. Hundreds and hundreds of hours listening to them, but I took it a step further.
Okay, how?
I was watching interviews on the director
Oh,
And
yeah,
the-
you sent me some of those. Yeah, they were good.
and the architect.
Okay.
Costume design, choreography, the making of. I went on and on and on. Like I think I spent a full day watching interviews.
Man, this is like giving me such a thrill for like our younger selves, who we probably like got those DVDs
Mm-hmm.
and they had like the making of, and you and I were probably like both the kind of person who just like
Oh, yeah.
watched the making of.
Oh,
And then
yeah.
now we're in
Nerding
this
out.
now we're in this time in our grown-upness where we can just go on Reels
I
and
know.
TikTok and just, fuel that obsession that we had from a young age.
No,
What a
you're-
wonderful time to be alive for us. It's just so happy
I'm
for
so
us.
happy for
I'm
us.
so happy for
Well,
us.
there was like some details that I thought were pretty cool. I don't know if you remember in the beginning where the Munchkins are running, frolicking through the tulip fields.
Yes, I remember.
That's not CGI.
It's not CGI.
No, they actually grew the tulips.
Oh, that's
Um,
so cool.
I know, super cool. There's also a lot of details that really inspired me is the metalwork. There's like a lot of
Mm.
intricacy that's woven throughout the film.
Okay.
Also, the fonts, they use the same font of Wicked in the beginning that was used in Wizard of Oz.
Oh, cute. Okay,
Yeah.
see, I didn't go there. But I'm proud of you.
The details.
The details.
Details matter, okay?
Oh, okay. I will say the details that mattered to me were the choreography.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. But I love dance. I don't know if you know this about me.
I was
No.
a dancer.
Okay, I knew you were a dancer. But our listeners didn't know.
That sounds so like, I was a dancer. Ooh, whatever.
No, that's awesome. I love that. Okay, you are a dancer. I can't dance to save my
I
life.
mean, I've seen you gyrate.
Mm,
I've seen you twerk a little bit.
in my fucking dreams. But honestly, if I could like go into the universe and like tease out something that I could be, it would be a dancer. I just love the medium of dance. I think it's so incredibly powerful for like showing humanity and emotion, and it makes me feel things.
No, same. It's probably the one medium. Actually, singing too, but both dance and singing
Yeah.
make me
Mhm.
cry.
Oh, me too.
Like I get highly emotional.
So do I.
Yeah, but you're right. The choreography in this was genius.
It was genius. And I think all, not just all of the choreography and everything, but like Jonathan Bailey specifically.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I knew him from Bridgerton. He's in season 2 of Bridgerton. He's
Mhm.
like the main guy love interest in that. And I liked him. But then coming out of this movie, I desired.
Desired, which is a weird thing.
Which is so weird because he's gay and doesn't love women, and it's not fair.
It's not fair.
No, but I think what I've been like really reflecting on with his character and his role is like he had this insane bisexual energy
Mhm.
that made everyone in the movie and everyone in the theater just like
Swoon.
and feel so incredibly attracted to him. And it wasn't just his lines, the way he delivered his lines and his facial expressions. It was his presence too, and the way he just like sucked everybody into his realm. But like his dance movements I thought they were revolutionary. Honestly, like
Yep.
they were so sexy, but not traditionally sexy.
Yeah, they were like feminine.
Yeah, feminine and like jerky and harsh and when I think of sexy, I think of like sensual and fluid and like
swagger.
yeah, and like swiveling of the hips, but he was like jerking his hips, and it was like, I don't know, just hot, and that not something that I would have like traditionally felt. And so, I don't know, it was just confusing to me in the most pleasant, unexpected way.
It kind of reminds me of Grease a little bit.
Oh my God, yes.
Because John Travolta did the same type of movements where you're like, what?
Yes, and
but it's
that
kind of
was-
hot.
And like Elvis. I mean, that was
Elvis, yeah.
revolutionary. And like, this just feels like that 2.0.
2.0.
And Jonathan Bailey has like come onto the scene and been like, hey guys, we're fucking leveling up. And I'm obsessed.
I am too. I love those. Yeah, because when I was watching, I was like confused because I'm like, why am I finding this so hot?
So hot.
Because you're right, it's like not traditionally masculine.
It's not. No, but we're friggin' here for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We need to talk about Ariana Grande.
Yeah, we totally need to talk about
What
Ariana
did you
Grande.
think?
I think Ariana was such a surprise to me in this movie. And honestly, I think she's my favorite character. And I didn't expect that because I had zero expectations for who she would be in this and what role she would bring to the character, because I just kind of like, I didn't grow up with on Ariana Grande. She was kind of in the generation of Nickelodeon when she first came on the scene. That was just after I was into Nickelodeon. So I was more of the Amanda Bynes era and less the Ariana Grande era. And I guess I just have never really thought of her as like one of the greats. I knew she had an amazing voice. I knew she was so talented because I've seen her perform on late night shows and things like that, but I've never followed her career. Did you?
Yeah, I'm a psycho. I watch like
Oh,
tons of
okay.
interviews. I'm in the know.
You're in the know. Okay. So there's probably a group of people that are in the know. And then there's a group of people that are like me who we just didn't know what she could bring. And I think she was set up from a young age to kind of have that persona of being a dumb, ditzy blonde because of the role she played on Nickelodeon.
Totally.
Yeah. And then that just kind of set up my view of her, which is so unfair to women in general. But this movie helped me see a totally different side of her. I think on the surface level, it would be easy to say that this is just another like dumb blonde role that Ariana Grande is playing. But I think there's so many more layers to her character. And I think seeing the layers of Glinda also helped me see the layers of Ariana too. So
Whoa, that's deep.
But you could see like, okay, so Glinda has like, she's like simple in her kindness, right? She's a bit manipulative. She's got a bit of an innocence, and she's caring and empathetic, all alongside this whole like, oh, she's just kind of dumb and shallow. Those aren't the only pieces of her. And I think in order for somebody to play a character with those many layers, you yourself have to have those layers.
But also, like, if you've seen her on SNL, you've seen her on Jimmy Fallon, she is creating all of these different characters. And like you said, you cannot do that unless you're observing like human behavior, micro expression. She's extremely smart and layered. And
she is.
She did such a good job.
She is not a dumb blonde.
No.
She's not shallow. She was thrust into this world at such a young age and cast typed, and then that set up her career. And like, she's just breaking free of that. And I think this was such a perfect opportunity.
Is there anything else that we need to talk about with Wicked?
I don't think so.
I will say one last thing is I grew up watching Wizard of Oz.
Yeah.
I was forced to watch it.
You didn't want to?
I didn't want to. I didn't like it.
It's scary.
I was scared.
You were scared? Why didn't you want to watch it?
I just thought it was old and boring.
Okay.
But I will say Wicked has gotten me to love the Wizard of Oz. Is it even a franchise?
It is now.
It is fucking now. I'll tell you what. It's got me to love it.
Yeah, same. I don't think I was there before, but now I'm in it.
Boom shakalaka.
Boom shakalaka laka boom.
Okay. I want to be honest to our one and only listener right now. There are vampires on TikTok, and there are people who are talking about vampires in real life, and that they are real, and that they have remained hidden.
Yeah, no, listen. Tom Cruise. He's not hidden. He's a vampire.
Well, now you just like lit so many like brain cell. I don't know if that's the right neurons in my brain. They're firing.
They're firing.
So tell me more.
Well, Tom Cruise, not only has he barely aged, we should probably fact check that.
He's aged.
He's aged, but
But to me, he's so hot.
okay. This may be a flawed argument, but he feels like he hasn't aged in looks, but in abilities, he has definitely aged incredibly well and is only getting better and better. Like he's doing his own stunts. He's getting reckless with his stunts and he's getting better and better at it. And like what have you seen him do?
No, you have a good point though, because he's like flying off planes.
Yeah. He's diving into space.
We don't even know his stunts.
I actually don't even know.
You know what I think though? I feel that when I think of a vampire, I'm thinking that they want to lead a cult. And this man
Yes.
is literally,
Truly.
he's in Scientology.
He also-
He's in deep.
Fits the bill for that.
Yeah.
Yes, he's got a lot of followers. He's diving into the tomes. He's bringing up the aliens. He's making the World War Z movie.
He's ruining lives.
He's
Sorry, Tom Cruise. Wait, we might want to interview him.
Come on, defend yourself.
Defend yourself.
We want to hear it. Yes, but continue on. Yeah, I want to know more about the vampires.
So there's this guy. He's a vampire. He's on TikTok, and
Okay.
he will show you. He elongates his fangs, and then he snaps them back into
Live.
place live.
Live
And he talks about vampirism. Is that how you say it?
vampirism,
Vampirism. And I find this really fascinating because this is a big thing right now.
like it's all. Well, is it a big thing
It's probably a big thing, like
in your
no-
algorithm, or is it
Yeah.
a big thing?
That's a really good point. How did I get there? Well, there's this girl who talks about it, and there's like, I think it's like 3 different types of vampires. There's energy suckers.
What?
Yeah.
Okay.
Blood suckers and something else. I forgot the other one because I probably wasn't interested in that one. But she's saying that they're not actually immortal. She did say she did get her blood sucked from her. She said that there are vampires all over New Orleans, which have you seen the
know-
movie Vampire Diaries? Have you seen the show?
We are obsessed.
Yes.
Yes. That was an awakening for me. Vampire Diaries.
Vampire.
Yeah. Also, I just want you to say, like, or want you to realize every vampire novel we've ever read starts out saying, like, this isn't like the vampire lore that you've read about and seen on TV. And that's kind of exactly what these
Not like
TikTok
the other
vampires are saying right now.
No, that's such a good point.
So, like, could they be more original?
They're like, what you've read in the books or what you've seen on TV is not
It's
legit.
not legit. I'm the legit vampire.
They're like saying that they're like from 1885. They're
Okay.
talking about how like the community's after them because they're on TikTok. There's a whole
Yeah.
deep
Okay.
dive on this.
Here's my question. Do you believe this?
I don't know.
Okay.
I believe in a lot of crazy shit. I believe in aliens. I
Mhm.
believe in mediumship. I think we can talk to the dead. I believe, ghosts. The list goes on and on.
Yeah.
Vampires, on the other hand,
Why is that the thing?
I know. I think because I haven't had any experience with
Ah.
it. And it's a little out there for me.
Yeah.
What do you believe? Do you believe it?
I think also vampires for me, aside from Tom Cruise.
Yeah, he's definitely
Yeah. So that one, I believe in that one.
just that one vampire. He's the only one.
No, actually, to be perfectly honest, I don't think that I believe in the vampire thing, but I will never, there's very few things in this world that I will 100% be like, no, that is not real.
Same.
I'm just generally pretty open.
Same.
But if I really was, if somebody would be like, do you think vampires are real because of this TikTok? I'd be like, probably not. Not going to
Same.
die on that hill.
Same.
Faye?
Yeah, so that's
The Fae?
another thing. So there in the spiritual industry, there's a lot of people who believe that, like, one time I walked into a psychic shop and it actually pissed me off because I'm like, I'm not, because I didn't believe in it. But she was like, hello, fairy. She called me a fairy because a lot of these people believe, and I'm not saying it's wrong. Like, I don't know. And
Yeah.
like you said, I'm open to it,
None
but
of
like
us really
she,
know.
because of my characteristic, or like I have a small nose and I have blue eye, and like I have like daintier features. She like they think that you come into this lifetime with your like elemental or your like past life. Fun fact. And so,
And so she saw you as a fairy.
Yeah.
I'd take it.
I
But why
didn't,
you offended? Offended? Why?
because I don't feel like a fairy.
What would you want to be?
I want to be like a space warrior.
Ooh.
What would you be?
I don't know, but all I can picture right now is you in fucking space.
Sick, right?
Just like, "Woochka!"
Dude.
And like, I feel that.
Like
so I get it. If
golden
you're-
armor.
Yes. So if you're like, I wasn't a fairy, I was a space warrior.
I've never thought about that before.
I fully approve.
Thank you.
For me, I think that mine is pretty obvious that I was.
Let me guess.
Yeah.
Let me guess.
Okay.
A druid.
I actually don't know what the fuck that is.
The fuck is that shit?
Oh, yeah, sure.
Okay.
I'm totally a druid.
Wait, what are you?
I mean, I was like ancient royalty, duh.
Oh my god. Okay, whatever.
I ran the world.
You can be whatever you want to be in your little dreams.
I definitely got my head chopped off as people were like, you're insufferable.
She won't stop talking.
Stop.
Actually, that was your past life.
That was my past life, and I just have latched onto it. I don't know, like mystical creatures, like, I don't know.
I would
I was
have
probably a fucking like leapfrog.
a
Anyway.
leapfrog.
I don't know, it's so quaint.
Oddly,
Ancient
there's
doula
like a
energy.
picture across the room that's a frog, a leapfrog.
That is a Chiricahua leopard frog. It's
What?
an endangered species.
Can you say that
and
again?
That is a Chiricahua leopard frog. A friend of mine painted that.
I know, it is beautiful.
She's a reptile and amphibians biologist.
No, that's really cool. Yeah, it's really cool.
I think. Wait. Guess where I'm going tomorrow?
T-Swizzle. She met Taylor Swift. Can you believe it?
No. So me and our friend and a friend I have in Canada, we are going to Vancouver tomorrow to see T-Swizzle's last Eras show ever. There's supposed to be 160,000 extra people in the city. It's supposed to be freezing and raining the entire time.
Tell
And
us
it's
what
gonna
you're
be-
wearing.
Okay, so I've decided I'm going with Taylor's Red era.
Tell us more.
And
Let me just hold on.
Alexis hates.
No. I like Taylor Swift. I'm not a Taylor Swift fan, like
Yeah.
the music and everything. I just never got into it.
Yeah.
But I think like after watching her documentary, I think she's amazing.
Yes.
But if you told me an album or a song, I most likely would be like, what?
Yeah.
So tell us.
I'm not a Swiftie.
What?
I'm not a Swiftie.
That makes absolutely no
I'm
sense.
not. Okay.
I don't even understand what you're saying right now.
I would never claim
love-
to be a Swiftie.
You love her. This is reminding me of when I was sitting at the kitchen counter with Jamie and she was baking something or I don't know what the fuck. And I say, Jamie, it's so crazy because I sat down in the theater to watch Wicked and I had this feeling, this gut wrench. It punched me in the gut and I said, what am I doing here? I don't even think I like musicals. And Jamie goes, bitch,
You like all the musicals. We've had all these movie nights and all we've watched are musicals. They were the formative movies of your childhood and your eternal being.
And I
You
sat
love
there
them.
so confused because I'm like, no, you don't understand. Like, I still don't, like, I'm not fully in. Like, I'm not committed. I don't know if I like musicals.
How many times have you seen High School Musical?
I know all the words.
How many times, and the dances, how many times have you seen Moulin Rouge?
Too many times. to count.
Are those musicals?
Yes.
How about Greatest Showman?
And Phantom of the Opera. Okay.
Yeah.
You have a point. But also, you are a Swiftie.
No.
This is the same thing. You're delusional.
I'm not.
Oh my God. You literally went to Dillard's and bought a full outfit.
Yeah,
Hundreds
that
of dollars.
matches her Red album. And I only did that because everybody's gonna be jealous. I only got the tickets for $120.
Don't be jealous.
Don't
but-
be jealous, but my T Swift tickets for her final Eras show ever. I'm not a Swiftie. Whereas $120 and other people are paying like $3,000 for these. I just feel really special. But then
You're
I was
flying
allowed.
to Canada
I'm flying to Canada
to go see Taylor
to
Swift.
go to Taylor Swift. But it's my home city.
Mm,
It's where my heart is.
you're a Swiftie.
But
You have her record.
I have 3 of her records
Yeah.
and every year she's one of my top Spotify playlists on my rap.
But she's not a Swiftie.
That doesn't mean that I'm a Swiftie.
Well, then it doesn't mean that I like musicals.
No, not the same thing.
Yeah, it really is.
No, it's not. I love Taylor Swift and I love her music, but I'm not a Swiftie.
I watch musicals. Doesn't mean I like them. That doesn't work. That doesn't work at all.
Maybe I just don't like labels.
I can't wait to see pictures. You're gonna look so cute with your red lipstick. Red lipstick. Things are getting weird now. You know, we actually have like a friend group, and this caused a lot of issues in our friend group that you're taking Carissa.
Fuck.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. Let's talk about it.
All right. If any one of our other friends can take a screenshot of their Spotify Wrapped and every single fucking song and artist on there is Taylor Swift, then they have an argument. This is why I took Carissa. She is a true Swiftie. I would put the other people in the same camp as me as like just below Swifties.
I love instigating. I love being like, yeah, Jamie doesn't love you. Jamie loves Carissa more. Jamie, yeah, she thought about you. And she chose Carissa still.
No, you're such an ass.
Stevie in the kitchen while you're like stirring
I know.
something. She's like, so
I really think that I should have been in the lineup for people who were considered to go to the concert. Well, bitch. I didn't consider you.
I wasn't
but
even
she's actually
considered.
true. She was,
I'm not even a Swiftie.
I
Like you.
never would have. I wanted you to come. Actually, I looked up tickets last night to see if I could bring you in my pocket.
Aww.
And they're like $950. So I was like,
you should have put it on your credit card.
Yeah.
You should have taken me with you.
Anyway,
I'm really excited for you. Can't wait to see all your outfits. Yeah. Can't wait. I think, promise me this. Pinky promised me this before. I know. You don't know what's going to come out of my mouth, do ya?
no, you're a wild card. Okay, I trust you.
I want you to create something chaotic while you're in Vancouver to spike Carissa's anxiety.
She lives a very peaceful existence.
Yes.
She's
calm.
Yeah, she's walking around the park several times a day. She's reading under a tree.
Mm-hmm. Her idea of a perfect vacation is to explore the city casually, wear the right fashion, sit in a bookshop, sipping on some coffee, and just being there.
Yeah, she's a foodie. She wants to try all the different food. Yeah, let's just, a stroll in the park.
Okay, but you want me to just shake that up.
I want you to shake that up because...
and cause anxiety.
Yeah, because I did this a couple times in London with her.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, and one of the times was we were frolicking in Oxford, England. And when I say frolicking, calmly walking.
So to start with, it was Carissa's version of how you would go about traveling.
Yes. And we're walking over this bridge. There's tons of people biking, walking. I mean, it is lit up in this bitch. And I look down and I see this beautiful careening river and this beautiful, large, overarching tree. It was magical. This little oasis. There's definitely some sprites or vampires or fae, something up in there. And
so naturally, you have to explore it.
Yes.
Yes.
And that's below the bridge. And I see this young boy walking up the staircase. And as he's opening the door, I grab the door. And Carissa says, no, I don't think we should go in there. That's not a good idea. And I was like, bitch, get your ass in here. And I shove her down the staircase.
You just push her.
Yeah. And so we go down there and we're like, oh, this is gorgeous. Oh my gosh. And as we're getting ready to leave, we go up and the door is shut.
Oh,
locked.
Okay.
Locked us in.
Which is probably Carissa's worst nightmare.
It's her worst nightmare. She was darting from one side of the courtyard to the other, shaking other doors, looking around the corner, nobody to be found in sight. We could not get out of there. She was panicking.
Oh no.
Full-blown panic. Her peaceful demeanor gone.
How did you feel?
I was fine. I was like, well, we're not gonna get stuck down here. There's gotta
Okay.
be a way. I'm
Yeah.
a solution-oriented type of gal.
Okay. All right.
But the only solution I could come up with is scaling the wall.
Oh, naturally.
Yeah.
Yeah. You
It's like-
don't wait for somebody to come get you. You have to act.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so I get Carissa to scale the wall on top of the bridge where all these people are riding their bikes. Like, we look like we just stole something.
How tall is this wall?
Oh, I mean, it's got to be like 15, 20 feet.
Oh my god.
Oh, yeah. I was like full-blown Spider-Man. So she's panicking and we get over the wall and we just like stroll forward and act like it didn't even happen because at that point I had anxiety because I was like, oh, what if like somebody does stop us? What if like
because
a
you look
police-
like criminals.
we look like criminals.
Yeah.
But it was so fun.
Oh my god, so fun.
Yeah.
And then how did she feel?
Oh, she was not well for a while. For a while. It was awesome.
I think that you need to get her in another situation like
All right,
this.
I'll find something.
Okay.
Yeah. I actually truly want to be a chaos demon. Any moment that I can like
chaos
ensue, yeah, just like causing
No, I just
chaos
love-
in people's lives.
I love that. Like,
Okay.
name. Okay.
Yes. Okay. I'll tell you a little story. So I was in college
Okay.
and I used to like sit in the back and there would look towards this girl down at the front. And every day she would sit in the same spot.
Okay.
Same spot. Same spot.
Same spot.
One day I came in and she wasn't there yet. And so I sat in her spot.
No. Just because? What the fuck?
And she walks in and like you could tell she was just like her whole world was turned upside down. And she was like, where do I go? You know, like just had that energy like, oh, okay. And then had to find a spot. And I just sat there like,
Did you smirk?
No.
Dead face.
Deadpan. Just like
But
ensuing utter chaos in her world. And on the inside,
yeah, what
I
was
was like-
happening?
fucking yes, I love that I did this to someone. I was like, and then here's where my like ego comes in, where I'm like, I just helped her become a much more flexible person.
Yeah, she's more
She
adaptable.
needed that. Yes.
Yeah.
So that's the kind of level of chaos demonry that I like strive for.
I'm a
all
little
the
bit
time.
worried now that you're not going to create any, like, you're going to be like, hey, walk across like the street. Like, don't press the crosswalk button.
Yeah, I'll do that. I've done that. Yeah.
You should make her steal something.
See, I actually would love
Wait. No, I'm just kidding.
Okay.
Watch you come back with like a bag full of shit. I'm like, okay, you took that too seriously. Chaos demon.
Yeah.
I like that.
Thank you.
Now I need to know more.
Yeah.
I feel like you just
There's
confessed.
Yeah. I don't think I've ever told people that
That's
before.
so petty and funny.
This was fun. I hope that we continue doing this next
I
week.
hope we see you back.
We'll see you back. And so like us, subscribe to us, so that we
And go see Wicked.
and just go see Wicked.
Like, if there's one thing that you're going to do this weekend, it's booking that time,
Yes.
getting those seats. I think I'm getting a little bit like
Loopy.
loopy.
All right. Popular.
You're gonna be popular. Okay, that was good.
See, I just needed to not try.
Worked.